Hi everyone, welcome back to the Gravediggers, and safe to say I am ashamed to admit that I grossly underestimated our potential in the Champions League. So obviously after I last saw you, we played Lyon and Red Star. Since then, we have been on a 100% win record in the Champions League against teams like PSG, Nice and Steaua Bucharest. Still top of the league. And we're in with a really good chance of getting through to the knockout round of the Champions League by qualifying in the top 8. We've got Dortmund and Man City to play. Let's go. Hi everyone, yeah, I'm going to try and waffle as little as possible basically in this episode. We've got a little bit of transfers to look at, but mostly it's going to be about Champions League. As you can see, we're currently sat in 5th, 2 points clear of one of our opponents today, Man City, who are in 9th, and Dortmund, meanwhile, are languishing in 28th on 6 points. So they are second in the Bundesliga, but who knows? I'm hoping that their form in this competition is something that we capitalise on as much as it will pay me to do so. As you don't know, I do support Borussia Dortmund, and I've just watched them, as of tonight, beat Leipzig 2-1 to go 3 points clear at the top. Buzzed in a little bit. But I have got to get my game face on as we get ready to play them and hopefully beat them, which should pretty much, if results go our way, secure our place in the top 8. In terms of the league, as I said, we are 3 points clear. We did have a pretty decent run until we lost to Radnica Delica after we just played Steaua. It wasn't a great game from us, to be fair. As you can see, they had the better of it, although 0.78 I think it is of their XG came from that penalty, which was a very soft penalty, if I do say so myself. It looked very much like Nemanja Stojic got the ball. But otherwise, that is our only defeat since we last saw you. As you can see, 100% record in all competitions, not just in the Champions League. I will show you the PSG game, everyone, because it was pretty monumental. So, all goals in this game were pretty special. But we actually took the lead with a rocket from none other than Filip Benkovic, of all players, the last person I slammed that in from the fullback slot. And then Diogo Jota scored a pretty tasty goal, it has to be said. This PSG team does surprise me a little bit, to be honest with you. I kind of expected it to be stronger. I don't mean that to sort of diminish from our result, but given their resources and everything, I did think it would be a much stronger team. But Yildiz with a lovely finish after a great ball from Stridi over the top. And lovely one-touch finish to go past the keeper, and then fantastic goal. But if you just look at their team, so Nico, Mbappe, Zakarian, Yeremy Pino, Ivan Illich, and then they brought on the likes of Fabian Ruiz. I must admit, I thought it might be a little bit stronger than that, but I mean, don't get me wrong, likes of Zakarian are very good players, but just didn't scream at me of like the sort of typical PSG team you see sort of about 6-7 seasons deep into a season. Then we beat Nice 2-1. And then beat Bucharest 3-2 with Bendar getting a hat-trick. We actually went behind in this game through a really sort of scrappy goal from Steaua. We pinned them back straight away, and we were at 2-1 up at half-time before they gave us a little bit of a nervy finish, getting a goal right towards the end of the game. And then, just the Serdulica defeat was the only disappointment. Quickly just touching on transfers, the only out we've had was Jose Mikhail, or Michael as we were calling him. He said he wanted to explore his options at the end of his contract. So I was like, right, fine, just go out the door, just leave now. It's a shame because I felt like he was starting to come on really nicely and he was starting to develop quite well. But a season and a half after he joined, basically 2 years after he joined, he's gone to Frankfurt for 4.5 mil, 5.3 I think, 5.5 in add-ons, a decent bit of profit. In terms of incomings, Sebastian Fuentes has joined from Deportivo Tolima. Sorry, I'll show you in a bit more depth. A bit of fullback option. Comes in on loan with an option to buy. Looks a really decent player at the age of 18. I think we can definitely develop him and then flip him for a profit in the future. This guy I'm really excited by. Paulo Vitor has come in from Brazil, from Fluminense, and he looks solid. Can play either in the Segundo Volante role, which I think is probably where he'll end up playing, but he can play as a left back, wing back, and also as a more of an advanced player in midfield, potentially even as a number 10 if push games to shove, and out on the wing. He can pretty much do it all, really. Really good, and he cost us like 5.75 mil. And last but not least, we brought in some more depth out on the wing, and this time this player is kind of a bit like what we've got with Lomelino de Araujo on the right hand side. So obviously de Araujo provides us with like a more sort of direct wing option over Ristic inside. Obviously Ristic is the informed player, he plays, but de Araujo is a good option to have on the bench to mix things up. Now Jose Mancilla is someone I'm hoping will also do the same. He's rapid, so I'm thinking like, you know, something we can bring on later on in the game to offer us something a little bit different if needs to be over a Jovic or a Yildiz. Someone who's going to basically just try and commit that right back and push forward. I'm aware that all three of these players are South American and are going to struggle in some ways to sort of fit in every game. But like with Fuentes, I'm hoping that we can kind of use them to basically just generate more money for the club, and hopefully if they can, you know, they are a good quality player, hopefully they can drag us higher up into the European sort of echelon, and therefore hopefully generate more interest in the club, and therefore hopefully finally start getting some decent Serbian new gens coming through. Our youth candidates are looking average, let's be honest with you. 2 A's and a striker and a central midfielder. I won't hold my breath. I'd say potential golden generation, but I won't hold my breath at all. Ragnar Klavan is still the under-19s manager, but he is going to leave at the end of the season when his contract runs out. I'm going to look to try and get someone a little bit more experienced and a bit more complete in terms of management. But I'm sure he'll go on to have a good successful career as a coach. He's come through really nicely with us, and obviously we will never forget the service he gave to us as a player when he joined sort of at the end of his career. Now for the Borussia Dortmund game, honestly this is absolutely massive for us. We're at home again, so hopefully we can turn that into our favour. You may notice the one surprising change is that Yildiz is in for Jovic on the left, and that's because Yildiz has actually been playing really well. As you'll see, he's got 9 goals in 5 less appearances than Jovic, so we're going to stick with him for now, just because he is slightly more in form. Otherwise, it's Bender, Šreš, Ristic, Lukic, Fucic, Stridi, Milicic, Ilic and Rogan. Milicic is kind of a bit annoyed that he wasn't playing as a centre-half. I didn't realise that. I kind of forgotten that was part of his contract, but he's been playing so well as a segundo volante when needed that I kind of hadn't really thought too much about it, but so he's going to get his chance there today. Then we've got Stojic on the bench. So hopefully we can get over the line here. Massive game for us this. And yeah, absolutely massive game. Dortmund have still got a lot of their stars. They've still got Bellingham, they've still got Adeyemi, they've still got Bino Gittins, Reina, Schlotterbeck, Sula as well. And yeah, players that I didn't expect them to still have hold of at this stage of the game. Surprised Bellingham hasn't left, certainly. Yeah, this is going to be really, really tough. I won't get too sort of distracted by the fact that they've been really poor in this competition so far. But yeah, if we can get even a draw out of this game, I'll be happy. Yeah, I mean, when we look over here, some of the teams were set to sort of, as it stands, but just dropped the highlights for the PSG, or the speed highlight speed. Okay. Yeah, there's some teams missing out at the moment, which is quite surprising. Obviously, Dortmund being one of them, as it stands, they won't even be getting into the playoffs at this point. Bino Gittins. That's a great save from Yusufu from Adeyemi. I really thought Adeyemi would have scored that. Dortmund playing the ball around really, really nice, and they're going to come through Bellingham, found Adeyemi. It's a goal. Just dropped Rogan back into a supporting fullback just to try and counter the threat of Bino Gittins, and just made sure that some of their danger players were being marked. That's too easy. Far too easy. So far, we're having the fair share of possession, we're just not really creating anything. And Yildiz isn't having a great game, despite me talking him up beforehand. Either's Milicic, or probably let's bring Benkovic on. So Jovic and Benkovic have come in, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know why I didn't start Benkovic. I don't know whether I just dismissed him a little bit. Oh, that's a great save from Yusufu after a great bit of football from Reina, to be fair. Reina's in again and he makes it 2-0. Ugh. Yes, Shresh, come on. No, come on. Gotta do better than this. This is terrible. Should have been 3. Come on, Stan. Is it full? Stan's wrist, whose touch is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Nicks it. Come on. Do the right thing. It's okay. It's terrible. That's awful. Absolutely terrible. He's had 2 shocking moments. He's going to come. It's 3-0. Just like that, what a count. All comes from Ristic's poor cross and then a lightning counter. Back to the earth with a bump. Why I'm regretting not showing you the PSG games in that when we played really well. We're having a shocker here today. And I tell you what, if we played this against Man City, we'd get absolutely spanked. Obviously, we can't use any of our new signings in this game, so we can't register them yet. Bad. Shocking. He does that too often sometimes for me, Rogan. Just takes players out. This is a chance for Adiemi to make it 4-0. Absolutely disgusting. Such a poor performance, and the players will be told they're going to be given out. I've given them like 2 decent level friendlies as well since the support. Played Vojvodina, won. We played Los Angeles FC, I think decent opposition. Won. It's a very good goal. This is absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Rogan as well. Again. Just so bad. So bad. Absolutely humid. When you think we beat like PSG? Right, everyone, it's time for the trip to the Etihad. Now, whatever happens in this, back on the fact, an unreal run in this Champions League phase. Whatever happens today, we're still qualifying. It's physically impossible for us to not qualify for the It would just be nice. It would just be nice if we could get into the round of 16 straight away. But the only way we're going to do that is if we can somehow win here at Man City, I think. Yeah, it's the only way we're going to do it. So how are we going to do that? I've gone with pretty much the same team, except with Benkovic in, Milicic in for Vucic. We've dropped Roganes the fullback on support, and we brought Alexic in for Shresh and just dropped him down. Oh, and Jovic in for the Yildiz. I did toy with the idea of playing Jokic as the left back, but he's not full fit. So we're just gonna have to go with this and hope that it's good enough to. like I said, it doesn't matter, but for pride it would be nice. So we'll hope that the little sort of change we've made can maybe help get us a result here. So obviously Rogan is going to be hopefully dealing with the threat of Vinicius Jr. and Alexis just dropping down into the sort of false 10 that we basically called it when we used it that way when we initially developed this tactic. It's going to hopefully pull the strings a little bit more in midfield and therefore get us higher up the pitch. Just make sure everyone is doing their respective jobs. No, they're not. City have already had a nice chance. I think they're managed by Stefano Pioli now. Great save. Dude, why is he playing it back across goal? Just get rid of it. It's an unreal save from Yusufu there, though, from Bernardo Silva. I think we a bit narrow. Oh, that was incredibly lucky. Rogan just back. I did debate dropping Rogan Benkovic fullback. I didn't really have an ideal option to play in Benkovic's place. I'm playing Benkovic and for Vucic. And I hate these sorts of free kicks. Always end up. Coming. I'm gonna go balanced. Don't usually like making system. The clock in the corner. A chance right in the straight path. Score. Yeah, what a surprise. And this is the same sort of issue we had when we beat something. What's this going to be? This. And I generally don't even know what it was being looked at. I knew as soon as I saw the highlight, I knew this is what was going to happen. The ball header from Lukic, Rodrigo just plays a hopeful ball in, and Haaland gets above 3 defenders and scores. We've just not done enough to sort of threat. Word! Thank you, Illich. Some shocking football here. Stridi's going to come on him. We're actually making 3 changes at half time. Taking off Alexis, we're bringing in Jose Maria, someone who hopefully just gives us a little bit more composure on the ball and start passing the ball around a bit better. And he's going to play as an advanced playmaker but on support. We brought Milicic on, or we put him in at full back. He can play at wing back. I don't know why he left back. And we put Vucic in, and Burns has actually come for Rogan, and Benkovic has gone on. So let's see if that just be a bit better. They're absolutely dominating us. How is it only one? Bender's having a shocker. He's going to come off. He's playing awful. I find him after the last game. He's not done great. Maria's booked already. Brilliant. Jovic not having a great game. So neither's Ristic. Where's De Araujo? It's him to make more of an. Because it's like we said, he like that Sia who just signed from Colo Colo. He just offers us something a bit different. Hopefully something a bit more, not what they're expecting to have to. Not going to be cutting inside. He's going to be trying to cut inside. Bender gets it. What can he do? He plays a terrible. Completely just takes Maria out the game. Now Maria is. He's on a yellow. It's from Bender losing the ball. Like, he gives the ball away here and then they go and counter and score. That happened against Dortmund too often. Just disgusting. And this is going to be 3-0. Watch this ping into the top. Just here. Go right here. Oh no, it hits the post. Not what I expected. And I don't think I'll be able to find Ben there again. Literally just shocking performance last time out. Not even had a shot in this half. Don't get me wrong, I know we're playing a very good team. Shouldn't be so hard players, but honestly after the first sort of half of the 6 games in the Champions League, really good. And then these second 2 have been terrible. That was shocking. I don't think the winter break helps us in this instance, to be honest with you. Excuses. I feel like you do. Why are all my players just so terrible? Just so shocking. Like, look at this. That. Put him there to be more secure than Ragan. He just does that. Jovic having a... That comes from Burns giving the ball away, playing a stupid pass upfield to... Disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. But as I said, it does mean that we do get out to the knockout playoff round. You know, we had some really tough teams there. We definitely could have had an easier draw. But you know what? We did alright, and we will find out who we play, I think. When do we find that out? I think it's here on the 31st. Tell me. I'm sure. It must be, because that's when the squad read. Gonna tell me here. Yeah, 31st of January we find out. So, wonder who we'll get. But for now, I will love you and leave you all, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Disappointing game. Like I said, I wish I'd have just showed some of the other games. I just think we'd do as well. And we did shocking here. Absolutely shocking. I will next see you. Probably not that long. It'll be here for the Champions League playoff round, second leg. Yeah, we'll be there. And then we've got the Serbian Cup quarter-final and Red Star coming up towards the end of this round of games league. So hopefully we'll have some more Champions League here, but it all depends on who we get in these 2 games. See you very soon, everyone. Take care. Bye.